Hi guys.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. How are you doing?
We're fine. How are you?
Good. Okay. So let's get started.
Okay.
So today we're going to learn some new words. James, can you give me screen sharing access and can you let my iPad in the Zoom meeting? Okay. So today's lecture, we're going to learn some new words. And the first word that we're going to learn together is 개. Can you follow after me? 개.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nice. And 개 means dog. Dog, right? 개 means dog. And then let's look at some related words. First one is 개를 키우다. Can you follow after me?
개를 키우다.
개를
Nice.
키우다.
Nice. It's 개를 키우다. And the meaning is to raise a dog. So like to have a dog in your family and then living with the dog. That is called 개를 키우다 in Korean. Now let's look at another related word. Can you follow after me? 개 한 마리.
개 한 마리.
Nice. 개 한 마리 means one dog. So 한 마리 means one in Korean. And then so when you're counting animals, so like for example, when you want to say like there are 7 dogs, then you should say there are seven
일곱.
마리. Yes, you're right. You're right, Daisy. 7 is 일곱 in Korean. Nice. So if you want to say there are 7 dogs, then you should say 일곱 마리, right? So 마리, 마리 here, 마리. 마리 is like a no, it's not 일곱 개 in this case.
Okay.
So 마리 is like a unit for counting animals. Counting animals. Counting animals. So 예시, you said 일곱 개, right? But then 일곱 개, which means seven things. 개 means things. 개 is only used for objects, such as like a pen or like a table or some other objects. Some other objects that are not living. Pen, table, or non-living objects, right? Like pen, table, or what else? Like computers, something like that, right? Those things, those objects that are not living, you should count them as 개. So 일곱 개, you can say like computer 일곱 개 or pen 일곱 개, something like this. But then for dogs and cats and like chicken, you need to say 일곱 마리. 마리 is the correct unit for counting animals. Yeah. And then just as some extra information, when you want to count people, when you're counting people, although
Yes.
humans are animals, you should say,
million people.
yes, you're right. You're right, Yeshi. You should say 명 to count people. So 일곱 명, something like this. 7 people, right?
네.
Yeah. Good job. If you call people 마리, if you say there are 일곱 마리 of people, then you might go to jail, right? Because that's very not respectful, and then they might really be angry with you. So you should call people 명, okay? 명, or a respectful way, just like you use you. A respectful way to say 명 is 분. 분. Can you follow after me? 분.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah, so to people who are like really kind of important, like people you need to respect, such as like your boss, or somebody you see for the first time, people you don't know. People you don't know. You need to say 일곱 분 or 여섯 분, 다섯 분, something like this. You need to count some people 분 if you want to be respectful. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let's look at another word. Can you follow after me? 강아지.
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 Nice. 강아지 means puppy. So puppy means like baby dog, but then usually in Korea, since we learned the word 개, right? 개. But then some people use 개 as like kind of a bad meaning. So it can be used as a curse, right? So if you call somebody, so some Koreans, if they're really angry, they call each other 개, or they use 개 as like a slang word to say something is very. 개 also means very. So something like, so what is tasty in Korean? Tasty.
맛있어.
Delicious?
Uh-huh. Yeah, in Korean, yes. In
맛있어요.
English tasty is delicious, but then in Korean it's 맛있다, right? 맛있다.
맛있어.
So, 맛있어. Yes, 맛있어. So when people want to say something is very 맛있어, they sometimes say 개 맛있다, 개 맛있어, like this. It's like a slang. So 개 is like, it has a negative meaning, right? It's not really good. It doesn't sound really kind and doesn't sound really good when you use 개, right? Because this is like it's kind of a bad word, and then it's like not really formal. This is not formal. So you only use this one with friends, right? You don't go to your boss, you don't go to your teacher and say something is 개 맛있다, right? You only say 개 to your friends. So since 개 has like this kind of like negative sense, it has like a negative feeling, many people call dog just 강아지. So even though the dog is kind of old, even though it's not a baby dog, it's not a puppy, all Koreans like just call 개 강아지, right? Because it's a more like kind of it has a more cute feeling, right? More cute feeling and a more like positive meaning, positive feeling. So people usually call dogs 강아지. This is more like a widely used term. Okay? Everything clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so any questions relating to this topic?
It is clear.
Clear? Okay, nice. Okay, so please remember, you can use 개 to your friends. So like 예시, you can say 개 맛있다 to 가슈. But then if you say 개 맛있다 to like your teacher or your boss, then you'll be really it'll be really bad for you. It's not good, not good. Just don't use it or only use it to your friends, okay? Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Now let's look at the next word. Can you follow after me? 있다. 있다.
있다.
Nice. Yeah, 있다. Nice. 있다 means to exist, to have, or to be at a place. Yeah. So let's look at some related words to understand the meaning. Can you follow after me? 돈이 있다.
돈이
돈이
있다.
있다.
Nice. 돈이 있다 means I have money. So to have money. So 돈
Okay.
is money,
Money.
right? Uh-huh. So usually when like you meet your friends and when you go somewhere like a cafe, you need to pay for the coffee, right? Or you need to pay for something. So usually people say, oh, hey, I have 돈, right? So people say 돈이 있다. People say like 나 돈 있어. 나 돈 있어. So 있어 is like another form of 있다. When it's used in a conversation, it becomes 있어. So people say 나 돈 있어, and then they kind of pay for the price of something, right? So 돈이 있다. This is like another important sentence in Korea. So it might be really useful to use. But then just remember that in like a conversation, you should say 있어, or if you want to be respectful, 있어요. This means to
있어요.
have. To have. Or you can use this as a question. 있어? Something like this. 있어 was a question mark. Then this means, do you have something something? Do you have something something? Yeah. So you can use it in this form. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. 약속이 있다. Can you follow after me?
약속이 있다.
Nice. So this is really another widely used sentence in Korea. So 약속 means promise, like it's literal meaning. So like it's like kind of a language meaning means promise. But then people say 약속 to talk about like plans to like, like go on a date or go watch a movie or go to a cafe, like with friends or like with your boyfriend, girlfriend. People say I have 약속. I have 약속 means like, so because I have plans, because I have a 약속, I don't have time. Yeah. So people are saying 약속이 있다 to say I don't have time to somebody else. So let's say, for example, if Gashu asks Yeshi, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Then Yeshi might say, 약속이 있어. 약속 있어. And then this means I don't have time, right? 약속 있어. This means I don't have time. I don't have time. So Yeshi might actually not have time because she is meeting like somebody else. But then even though Yeshi is not meeting somebody else, Yeshi can just say 약속 있어. If Yeshi doesn't want to meet Gashu, right? So this is like also used as an excuse. Excuse or yeah. So or to avoid someone. So if you don't like that person, if you don't want to meet them, you can just say, "Oh, 약속 있어," and then you can just say, "Oh no, I don't have time." Yeah. Everything clear, guys?
Yeah, it's clear. So maybe tomorrow I have an appointment. So to express this event for you, 실례합니다, 선생님. 나는 약속 있어요. Like this?
Yeah, exactly. That's correct. 약속 있어요. Yeah, so it's
Nice.
used to say I don't have time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. And then the opposite words of 있다 is 없다. Guys, can you follow after me? 없다.
없다.
Nice. 없다 means to not have or to not exist. So this is the opposite of 있다. So for example, you can say 돈이 없어. 돈이 없어. So it's opposite to 나 돈 있어. This one. It's opposite to this one. 돈이 없어. I don't have money. I don't have money. Or you can say 약속 없어. 약속 없어 means I have time. I have time. Yeah, so you can meet someone. You can say, 약속 없어, so I can meet you. Let's meet, something like this. 약속 없어 means I have time. Yeah, so these were very two useful phrases, sentences that will really help you in Korea. And yeah, do you have any like questions before we move on?
We can
Okay,
proceed.
so
It's clear, much clear.
okay, thank you. Now let's look at the next word. Can you follow after me? 이름.
이름.
Nice. 이름 means name. So, let's look at this sentence. Can you follow after me? 이름을 물어보다.
이름은 물어보다.
Nice. This means to ask someone their name. So when you meet someone for the first time, you are 이름을 물어보다 to that person to know what their name is, right? So so usually well, 물어보다, this means 물어보다 means to ask. To ask. But then usually people say like 물어봐. In real life, people say 물어봐. 물어봐 is like used in a conversation. This means ask. Ask. Like when, for example, I'm a teacher, right? So if I say 물어봐 to you, Gashu and Yeshi, if I say 물어봐 to you, then it means ask me any questions. So 물어봐 means I can like use it as like a suggestion to kind of tell you to ask me any question, or if you want to ask someone, or if you want to like check if somebody has like asked something, you can say 물어봤어? Something like this. 물어봤어? So this means like, did you ask someone? So for example, let's say Yeshi met me for the first time and then asked my name. But then Gashu, because you don't know my name and then you haven't met me, then you can ask Yeshi, oh hey, 이름, name, 이름, 물어봤어? You can say like this. 쌤, 선생님, 이름 물어봤어? Something like this. To ask Yeshi if Yeshi asked my name, right? So this is kind of used to check if somebody ask.
선생님 이름 뭐예요? 아니에요?
Oh yes, you're right. Yeah. So when you're asking the name of the teacher, you're right, Yeshi. 선생님, teacher, 이름, name, 뭐예요? So here, 뭐예요 is like a respectful way of asking. 뭐예요 is what? Usually, it's 뭐야 to friends. To friends or somebody younger than you, it's 뭐야. But then to older people or to people that you respect, you should say 뭐예요 in like a more respectful way. Yeah. Okay. Nice, Yeji. I'm really surprised that you know this. 뭐예요. Okay. And then let's look at another sentence. Can you follow after me? 이름을 말하다.
이름을 말하다.
이름 말하다.
Nice. This means to say someone's name. 이름을 말하다. So it's kind of straightforward, right? So if I say, hello, my name is Liam, then I can just say, oh, hey, I am 이름을 말하다, right? 이름을 말하다. This means to say somebody's name. So 말하다, this part, 말하다. 말하다 means say. 말하다 in conversation, it becomes 말해.
말해.
말해. Okay. Yeah. So at this point, do you have any questions? Oh, before we move on, let's look at this part, only this part. Can you follow after me? 적다.
적다.
Nice. 적다 is to write something. So right now, I am writing something on the textbook, right? I'm writing something on my iPad. So this is called 적다. We say this action. We describe this action as 적다, to write. If you want to order someone to write down something, so like a teacher asks the students to write down something, then you can say 적어, like as a command, 적어. Or if you want to check if somebody is writing something, you can say 적었어, like this. 적었어 as a question. 적었어. Okay, so yeah, I think it's pretty complicated, right? Today's lecture is kind of hard, but then do you understand everything at this point?
Yes, I understand.
Excuse me, Sensei, I have one question.
Uh-huh.
To express, write something, we use a Korean word, you told you earlier, chokda.
Uh-huh. Yes.
But maybe Suda, what's the difference between chokda and Suda?
Ah, that's a very good question. Thank you, Gashu. So 적다 and 쓰다, 쓰다, they have the same meaning. It's just same thing. But then
Ah,
적다 is usually like a more how should I say this? More kind of fancy
mm,
way of saying 쓰다, to write something.
mm,
쓰다 is like, yeah, 쓰다 is also like an okay word, but then if you use 적다, you sound like a more kind of like a smart person. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, but then they have the same meaning. It means to write, to write. Usually people say 쓰다 a lot. 쓰다, people usually say 쓰다. So if you use this in a conversation, it becomes 써. Command, 써, write down. 써 or 썼어요. Did you write? Like question, 썼어요? Yeah, 쓰다 becomes this form in conversation.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, do you have any additional questions?
We haven't any question. We can continue to the other one.
Okay. If you have any other questions, please ask me, okay? I know today's
Okay.
lecture is kind of hard, and then I hope you can understand everything.
Okay.
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 Now let's look at the another word. Can you follow after me? 시간.
Shigan.
Nice.
시간.
시간. Uh-huh. 시간
Okay.
means time. Time. Now let's look at the sentences. Can you follow after me? 시간이 있다.
Shigani
시간이
itta.
있다.
Nice. 시간이 있다 means to have time. So in conversations, 시간이 있어. 있어.
시간이 있어.
This becomes the conversation style of saying 시간이 있다. This means, oh hey, I have time. I have time. This is also similar to the word that we learned before here, right? 약속이 있다. This part. 약속이 있다. So people can say, like people say if they have time, they can say, oh hey, 시간 있어. 시간 있어. We have time. Or people can also say 약속, 약속 없어. So like in a situation where you are trying to like kind of plan to meet somebody. So like go watch movie together or go to cafe together. When you're meeting your friend or your boyfriend, girlfriend, in a situation like that, you can say 시간 있어 like this without the e part, without this one. You can say, oh hey, 시간 있어? Or you can say 약속 없어. They are the same meaning in these situations. But then like when you're doing your homework, let's say homework, or like when you're doing work at your company, like at your business work, then let's say like the due date, like the time when you have to finish that assignment is like far away, far away. So you have like 1 week, you have lots of time, you have like 10 hours. Then you can say, hey, 시간이 있다, 시간 있어, 시간 있다. So this means also to kind of relax. 시간 있어. So you can relax. Yeah. Okay. But then when the due date is approaching, when there's no time, you have like 5 minutes before the due date is close, then you can say 시간 없어. 시간이 없다. Or if you're too busy, you can say 시간 없어 in a conversation. 시간 없어. This means to not have time. 시간 없어. Is everything clear by now?
Yeah.
Okay. And then to express the hour, people say 시. So for example, now it's 7,
7시. 7시.
yes, nice. So 7 o'clock is 7시. Nice, got you. And then people say 분 to express the minute. So right now it's 7:28, right? So people say 7시 28분.
28분.
Nice. Okay, is everything clear by now?
Yeah. It's much clear.
Okay, nice. Now let's look at the last word. Can you follow after me? 살다.
살다.
살다 means to
살다.
live. To live. Okay, so let's look at some sentences. Can you follow after me? 혼자 살다.
혼자 살다.
혼자 means alone. 혼자 means
Alone.
alone.
Yeah.
So 혼자 살다 means to live alone. So this is like if you are not married, like you don't have a husband, you don't have a wife, or you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a girlfriend, maybe you have no mom or no dad, then you can say it's so like if you're living alone, if you're the only one living in your home, then you can just say 혼자 살다. 혼자 살아. 혼자 살아. This is like the form that you use in a conversation. 다 becomes 아. 살아. And then, can you follow after me? 오래 살다.
오래
오래
살다.
살다.
Nice. 오래 means long. So 오래 살다 means to live for a long period of time. So this means like 오래 살다 is like you live until 100 years old. So this is like very, very 오래 살다, right? This means you live for a very long time. So it's a good thing. 오래 살다 is a good thing. 혼자 살다, well, although there might be different kind of perspectives, it's kind of bad. It's kind of sad, right? 혼자 살다. Okay. Can you follow after me? 살려주다.
살려주다.
This means to spare someone's life, but then this is too hard. Let's just say it means to let someone live. So for example, if you're very sick, but then you go to a hospital and meet a doctor. And the doctor cures you, right? So the doctor is like providing you surgery or the doctor is giving you medicine. So you are not sick anymore. Then you can say, oh, hey, the doctor 살려주다. The doctor 살려주다. In a conversation, it becomes 살려줬어. 주다 becomes 줬어. 살려줬어. So you can say, the doctor 살려줬어 me. Yeah. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Now let's look at the last word. Can you follow after me? 삶.
삶.
Yeah,
삶.
the pronunciation is more like S-A-L-M. Here it says just S-A-M, but then it's more like S-A-L-M. So it's like 삶. The L pronunciation is in the middle. 삶. Okay, so 삶 means life. Yeah, it's just life. 삶 means life. So people say, hey, so if people are really tired, people are like going through a hard time in their life, like they break up with their girlfriend, or like they fail their exam, or like they are going through a hard time in the company when you're working, people, your friends, they all just say, hey, that's life, right? That's life. So life is hard, right? Life is hard. And people in Korea say, 그게 삶이야. 그게 삶이야. 삶. Another word for saying it is 인생. So yeah, 삶 and 인생, they both mean life. And it's like a famous meme in Korea. People say, hey, that's life. 그게 means that. That is. 그게 means that. 이야 means is. 이야 means is. 삶 means life, right? So that is life. 그게 삶이야. Or 그게 인생이야. Something like this. Yeah. To kind of express how life is really hard, people say something like this to their friends or to their like, close ones. Okay. So do you have any last questions? Any additional questions?
It is clear. We can continue.
It's much better.
Okay. Thank you. Then this was the end of my lecture. Then guys, actually the Zoom meeting is going to end in like 5 minutes. I'll open a new link. I'll send the new Zoom link to you, Gashu, through Kakao Talk. And then James will do the lecture.
Yeah,
From
Okay.
now on.
the link, are you going to use the same link as we have been using?
Yeah. So our backup link, we can use
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, see you later, guys. This is the end of Liam's lecture, and now James will take over in the new Zoom link.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you very much.